Okay, so what I want to holler at y'all, I want to ask you, what, what are you learning? Because I guess what kind of, I don't know, I'm not gonna, what raised this topic, I guess, is the fact that, you know, it's people out there, and it's like, you know, 365 days a long time. And I ain't gonna hold y'all long. So 365 days is a long time. That's a lot of days. You know what I mean? It's like that's how many that's that's how many days that you have in a year. So in 365 days, like I've heard rappers say, like J. Cole before. I heard rappers talk about, if you do it right, you can get rich in 1 year. Stuff like that. And I think it's possible to change your life around in 1 year. So what I want to ask, knowing that time is of the essence, you're not always gonna be on this earth. You're not always gonna be the healthy as you is. Every day you're getting older. Every day you're getting older. It's like you're slowly dying. So every day is getting closer to the day where you laying on the deathbed, or the good Lord coming, whatever, God forbid. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So I want to ask you, while you ripping and running the streets, while you doing what you're doing and why you doing it these days, I want to ask you, what are you learning? So, because, I mean, we all, now somebody might not come to the class, but I feel like we all these days, you got the internet. So we all enrolled in Google University and YouTube University. So I feel like, now, like I say, somebody might be skipping the classes and not getting the information that's out there. You might be going to PE when you're supposed to be in English, when you're supposed to be in reading class or whatever, you know what I mean? You might be going to, turn up or whatever, however you want to call it. But anyway, to make that short and sweet, we living in the age of information, and y'all know this already. So it's like, whatever you trying to get into, whatever you want to know, whatever area of your life sucks, whatever area of your life that you feel like is garbage, like just like, man, I know I can be better than that, or I know I can do better than that. You know what I mean? You got Google University, you got YouTube University, you can get online. We live in the age of information. Understand that you can go and Google these topics. You can go and look at financial stuff. If you suck at money, managing your money, you've been broke, half your life or whatever, and you just tired of being broke, and you want to know how to, you want to know how to get rich, you want to know how people get money and just keep money and save money, how to really be able to save money and make money, do your research. You got to put in the work. You got to put in some type of work. You got to show some type of effort. And I ain't talking about like that little one day, oh man, I got on there, I looked around for a little while, but then I had to go do something. I had to go fuck with some hoe. I had to go fuck with this old girl over here. I had to go, I feel like, cause I've been in this position before. I've been in this scenario. I feel like it's nothing more important than working on yourself. I really feel like that. I feel like it's always something you can do better about yourself for the most part. You know what I mean? Cause we not perfect beings. We not perfect beings. So, take advantage of what we got right now in the age that we living in, the age of information. You know what I mean? Because you got to worry about your kids. This is the stuff that, like, I ain't got no kids, but I look at everything that I do for the 1 kid, the 2 kids, the 3 kids, however many kids I'm going to end up having. Like, cause I hear a lot of people talk. I hear a lot of, adults talk. Like, when they got kids, they like, yeah, when I had a kid, that kind of pushed me. That kind of motivated me to go hard. That motivated me to, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't want my kid to be, you know, living like that. I want you want your kids to have better than you. You gotta kind of become the best person that you could possibly come. You know what I mean? And you want to be thinking even before you have kids, like, what am I going to have to pass down to my kids? What type of knowledge, what type of game I'm going to have to give to my kids? Not just game as far as how to deal with men, if you're a woman. Not just game on how to deal with women and pick up women and run game on women all day, if you a man. You know what I mean? We talking about, like, what the white folk pretty much had. You know what I mean? Like, they kids come out of high school, they teaching their kids, they know about credit and stuff. I'm 26, 27 years old, and I'm pretty sure it's some 18-year-old white chick, some 18-year-old white dude, you know, even Asian, I'm sure, or whatever. You know, I coming out of high school, I bet they know probably more about credit than I did at the age of 25, 26. You know what I mean? So it's like, we need to learn that to pass it down to our generation so we can get better as a people. Most definitely. So that's what that is. So, like I say, I mean, and I like, it's just like the stuff that I'm learning these days, like, cause I'm starting to live different. And like, you know, I'm just like, I've been talking about a whole lot of productivity and stuff and just trying to be productive day in and day out. And like, I don't care what it is, like whatever. If I don't do nothing, like as far as working on myself, cause I already look at it like I'm behind because I'm black. And a lot of this stuff wasn't taught to me, like financial literacy. You know what I mean? Like things like this. I didn't know nothing. Like I was just looking into like passive income. Like for the past week, I've been looking into passive income. I've been looking I read something out of the book. It was talking about mutual funds and just stuff like this. Like, you know, people ain't getting rich by working overtime. People ain't getting rich by going to work and just, I'm on the grind, I'm making this money. You know, you working at a little plantation. You working at a plantation, whatever, same thing. You working at, you know, McDonald's, you know, your Walmart, or that one job in the city, you know what I'm saying, that everybody at. People ain't getting wealthy. People ain't making bank like that to just really be good and set themselves up. You know what I mean? And leave something for their kids. People ain't doing that. You know, they're looking forward to retirement and stuff like that, all from one job. It's not gonna happen like that. It don't happen like that. Look at the history of your job and name right now. Think about all the people who you know at your job that got rich at your job. And they rich. They got bread. They wealthy. You know what I mean? Like they bread like up there. They ain't really got to work. They can quit today and just be like, they good. They chilling. And they still got money coming in. Something like that. Residual income. That's what they call it. Passive income. Same thing. Whatever. Nobody. I'm pretty sure. It don't happen like that. So, like I say, it's stuff out here that you can learn that'll better your life. You know, we ain't got to be just trapped in a maze where we watching BET and we watching all the celebrities. Cause we want it. It's like, you know, we living in this fantasy. It's almost like a getaway, if you ask me. It's like we watch other people because we wish we were there. Like, man, I wish I could know. Keep a nigga in a state. If you ask me to keep a nigga in a state of wish or something. Now that I think about it, it's kind of like, you know, man, I wish I had that kind of car. I wish I had that Phantom. You know, and deep down, you telling yourself probably like, man, I'll never get no Phantom. I'll never be living like that. I'll never have a big old house like that, probably. It's like, some people probably do that. But you ain't even put in no work. So, of course, you know, you wasting your time watching other people spend money on stuff that they don't need, 9 times out of 10, you know, shine. You know what I mean? You watching these people enjoy the fruits of their labor. These people didn't work for the most part. A lot of these people that y'all watching, they didn't put in the work. And you sitting at the crib watching them live out their life, live out the years that you want to live out. Like you sitting in the cut watching them, get it in. And most of the time, when you watching them people, they working anyway. Truth of the matter is, they just entertaining you. Because if you sit back and watch Empire, Cookie on there, yeah, she acting, but she getting money. She working. That's her job to do that, to entertain. And you want to be like an entertainer when entertainers get paid. You just want the lifestyle. You just want the money that the entertainer got. But you don't want to put. A lot of people don't want to put in the work that these people are putting in. Like that, like what Kevin Hart say, that's basic material. I know everybody done heard that. Everybody want to do the work, but everybody want to be famous, but nobody want to put in the work. And that's simple, but when you really take it, that's true. Everybody want to be in the limelight for the most part. Everybody blah, 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 blah. But ain't nobody putting in the work. Everybody looking at the next person and just, sitting on the couch scratching your ball sack, scratching your cooch, or whatever you got going on. You know what I mean? You know what you're doing. Passing time, wasting time. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So, and me personally, I feel like the stuff that I've been going through lately, and like the stuff that I've just been looking up, the stuff that I've been reading in books, the stuff that I've been learning lately, it's just like, it makes me happier. Cause like, I look at, like, this kind of the whole reason I came up with this, like, this talk. The whole reason I wanted to, like, do this vid. Cause it was just like, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, it makes me happy. It makes me happy to look at myself now, where I'm at, and how far I've come. And like, you ever just look at yourself and like, where you at right now? And it's like, you might not be exactly where you want to be, but you look around and you look at how stuff going and you're looking like towards the future and you're like, man, future looking bright. You know what I mean? Like if you just stay on your grind, if you keep doing what you're doing, like you're going to have some racks in the bank saved up. You know what I mean? You're going to have that nice house. You're going to have that nice car that you wanted to drive or whatever. You just keep doing what you're doing. Keep the Most High first. You know what I mean? Learn some of this other knowledge out here. Don't be consumed by the dark side, because they got a lot of knowledge out there. You know what I mean? They got a lot of knowledge. You can learn the knowledge of yourself, and you can learn as much about black people and blah, 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 all that you want. But it's stuff out here. I'm trying to learn, like, I ain't gonna lie, because I was learning about that. I was, like, getting into that, and I was, like, getting real heavy into it for the most part. And it almost made me start to, like, dislike white folk. And I'm not saying I don't dislike white folk. You know what I mean? I feel how I feel about that situation. That's another topic. But I was broke. Me learning about myself and my ancestors back in the day. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not discounting that. I'm not saying that ain't a good subject to learn about. I feel like it's hella interesting. And I feel like everybody should know. Everybody should know. If you're black, you need to know your roots. You need to know where you come from. You need to know what your ancestors went through. You need to know who put them through the shit. And all that kind of stuff. But you can learn all that if you want to. But if you don't know, like, basic principles about how to manage your money and how the rich keep getting richer and the poor steady poor, you know what I mean? You still watching BET and you still think, you know what I'm saying, like you get a little money. First thing you want to do is go spend it in the club, spending on a $300 outfit, buy some fucking Jordans or something, standing out lines in the cold, in big long lines, 6 o'clock in the morning when you can't even make a job, when you can't even get up to 6 o'clock in the morning to get to your job, but you can make it there to pick up some Jordans. Like, come on, man, we got it twisted, bro. We got our priorities. I'm talking about just crooked, straight up. That's real talk. So, but like I say, you know, when you start learning different stuff, right? It's like, you know, you can learn stuff about health. your health and what you need to be eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of foods, supposed to be good for you, what type of foods bad for you, processed foods and all this kind of stuff like that. Learn something about that. Don't you want to live a long and healthy life? Drinking water and stuff like this? I see people posting good stuff, you know what I mean, about food and stuff. Like, some of that stuff I haven't gotten into yet, like alkaline or whatever, I think, and, I guess vegan or something like that, but, that ain't really my thing right now. I'm just taking it one step at a time, me personally. I take it one step at a time, trying to eat fish, salmon and stuff like that, drink water. Just trying to, slowly but surely and over time, like I say, over the course of 365 days. Come on now. If you taking steps to be great every day, you know what I'm saying? And you being productive, you're like, man, look, at first I can remember the first week, the first 5 days, you know what I'm saying? I ate fish and drunk water like one day out the week or whatever. I used to drink sodas all the time, but now, it's just a habit. You begin to, you're taking baby steps and you turn that into a habit. You turn them good things into just normal activity. And you doing good. And that's in more than one area of your life. You know what I mean? So you won't be like, when, me personally, like I say, when I'm learning stuff, I feel like I done had a productive day. When you have a productive day, it just makes you feel like, I don't know if you ever had a productive day. Just stop and think about it if you ever had a productive day. And like, when you like, man, I had this to do, I had that to do, but I just, instead of complaining and whining and crying about it, I just got up and I was just like, man, I'm the man. I'm about to get this done. I'm about to handle this biz. And I'm going to come back home and I'm going to relax. And I'm going to chill. I'm going to chill with my boo thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to play the game, whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? In your little free time. I'm going to have some entertainment. I'm going to watch some Empire. Whatever. You know what I mean? Empire, just like that. I'm just promoting the hell out of Empire right now, obviously. But it's probably in the streets, I guess. But, like I say, and you know more stuff. So it's like, you're reading up on more stuff, you're learning more stuff. So in more scenarios in your life, whatever you was dealing with, whatever problems you was having, you start to know how to deal with some of these things. Like, if you had money problems, you start to know how to handle your money better. You know what I mean? So for the last 5 months, you've been messing up your money and you've been doing the wrong thing. But then you start reading up on some stuff and you learn a couple of different things and you're like, man, this all I have to been doing all this time. I could have been knowing this. You know what I mean? And you're like, man, that was in a book. All I had to do was pick up a book, go to the library. You ain't got to read it off your phone. You got a car, you got a library somewhere around you. Go to that library and get that book for free and read a couple of stuff out that book, flip through the book, look at what's interesting to you, jot it down in the notebook. That's what I do. But guess what? I'm going to have them notes for life, though. My kids going to look at them notes. Them notes important. Most definitely. So, and I'm about to try to wind it down. And don't be putting all your energy into that stupid stuff. Think about what you're putting all your energy, all your time and energy into every day, all day. You wake up, you on Facebook, you judging half of the people that post something. Oh, this nigga here ain't real. This nigga here lying. This girl here, she always on here with that foolishness, always trying to fight somebody. You got buku negative people in your circle sometimes. Like, trust, like, I know I'm from the city, so I know, trust me. Like, sometimes you get on that thing, you're like, man, ain't nobody talking about nothing. Nobody talking about nothing. And it's different strokes for different folks, man. Some people ain't on nothing positive. Some people just straight can see, they can't see far enough to see no positive. All they got is negativity that day. And I don't want no negativity around me. Just straight plain and simple these days. I'm not trying to have it. I don't need no negative energy. Straight positive energy, positive vibes over here. I don't need no hating. I don't need no negative energy. Keep that over there. Keep it over there. Over there. Over yonder. Whatever you want to say. You know, I ain't dealing with it, bro. So if I ain't got to deal with it, I'm not going to deal with it. Straight up. I'm going to disregard all of that. I'm bypassing all that. I'm swoop, move, jug, jig out the way, whatever. You know, but you ain't coming over here with that foolishness. So, you know. Anyway, man. So it's like, you got to really ask yourself the question, what are you doing to deserve the life that you want? Like, what are you doing right now to deserve the life that you want? Are you reading about health and food tips and, you know, are you reading, you know, happy marriage books to make your marriage a better marriage? How to be a better parent? They got all these self-help books. They got books on self-help. They got books on marriage. They got books on, you know, health tips, food. They got financial books. They got all these books about any topic that you want to get into. They got these books. Go to a library. Get on, you know, get your audio book. You know, get on Google. Do the research. Read an article. Do something. Do something. Add value to your life. Add some value to your life. Don't be the bummy nigga that been working, you know what I mean, as a janitor in the school for 15 years and drinking on every off day he got. You know, don't be the bummy nigga who working at the plant, working at the city plant, and you know, every night he get off, he drinking. He go buy a big 40 or something. Don't be that dude. If you gonna be that dude, at least be productive. Be productive at least. At least be productive. Tell yourself that. At least be productive. Every day it's something you can do. Read for 10 minutes. Read something that you're interested about. That's something that you always wanted to do, that you always wanted to learn about. Culinary, music, law, police, whatever. I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what your thing is. I don't. Read up on it. Add some value to yourself. Make yourself an interesting person. That's what you do. So when you go around other people, you like, oh yeah, I read a book up on that. I read some stuff up on that. So you can converse with different, you know, different sizes, different shapes, whatever. All kinds of people. Different cultures. Man, I know something about the Asian culture. Yeah. How you say, what konnichiwa mean? Oh, that's hello in Japanese. What ni hao ma mean? Ni hao ma. Oh, that's how you doing in Chinese. You know, learn some Spanish. Do something. Do something. Add value to your life so you can pass that down to your kids. You can teach your kids that. It's hard out here now. It's going to be hard then. It's going to be hard when they coming up. Technology is supposedly trying to make life easy, but at the same time, it's a gift and a curse, I feel like, a lot of times, you know? And I ain't going to get into all of that, but like I say, most definitely, man, I'm coming to an end and stuff like that. Video pretty long. And most definitely, man, what are you doing? Ask yourself, what are you doing to deserve the life that you want? You got to put in work. To have your money stacked up so well, you trying to save up for your kids' school, college, you want your kids to go to college, whatever, you want them to have some money to start their first apartment, you know, you establish their credit, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing that's going to help that situation? So most definitely, man, that's my little 25 minutes, man, and I'm out, bro. Signing out. It's your boy, Young King Code. Peace.